Hello, my name is Branden Bryce. Welcome to the Veggie Gardener. Alright, so we're going back through Amaryllidaceae because last time I talked about Amaryllidaceae, I tried to talk about the difference between onions, shallots, and garlic, and I got caught up with myself. So we're going to do this again. Alright, to begin though, Amaryllidaceae is the family. You will also hear allium. That is actually the genus for all these plants, including the leeks. We're not talking about the leeks today though. Okay, so onions. They are a bulb. That's pretty much just a ball, this round thing at the base. Within that ball, it's a mass of modified leaves. Shallots are going to be cloved, very much like what you see in garlic, except for within each of those cloves, they're going to be kind of like a little onion, a mass of modified leaves. I tried to indicate that with these pictures. And then for the garlic, it will also be cloved at the base, except for in this case, it has two modified leaves. One is a thick storage leaf, and one is just a papery sheath, shield or protector. And I tried to indicate that with this picture. I don't know if you can see these, but you know. And then within garlic, there's two big types of garlic that you're going to find. You're going to find hardnecks and softnecks. Hardnecks, the stem, the flower stem of the plant is going to become a little bit woody. I mean, not really woody, but stiffer. And at the top of that, it's going to create what's called scapes. Within these scapes, there's these things called bubles. Pretty much it's like garlic, or at least it's like the clove. It tastes like the clove. You can plant them like the clove. You can pretty much use them like the clove. They're just a little bit less pungent in essence. So they do that, and they're called top setting for doing that. Okay, softneck garlic, or softneck. So softnecks do not produce those scapes. They do not produce bubles. Softnecks, because they don't produce those bubles, they're also going to have a higher yield. And they're better for warmer climates. Now I think you can plant hardnecks or softnecks wherever you are. Just know that softnecks are going to do better in warmer climates. And that's really going to come up when we start talking about planting, because softnecks you can also plant in the spring, whereas hardnecks you plant in the fall. But we'll talk about that in the next clip. And anything else? Nope. Right. If you find this informative, please like, share, and subscribe. And so yeah, I'm going to clean up this board and we'll start talking about how to actually plant and take care of them. All right, we're back. So, pretty much just like all the other times that we threw up this map. The cool part is because all of these are alliums, they're really actually the same in the sense of how we plant them and how we take care of them. So over here we have onions, shallots, and our softneck garlic. They're hardy. Spacing is 4 to 6 inches. Maturity is 3 to 4 months. Planting is in spring, about early to mid-April. Now if you're planting in early to mid-April, that means you're going to be harvesting about late July, early August. Hardneck garlic is the only thing that's different, and really the only thing that's different about it is you'd be planting it in fall, about early to mid-October, or 4 to 6 weeks before your ground freezes. Now, a quick note, softneck garlic, if you're in zone 5, you plant in spring. Now we haven't covered zones, so what a zone is, it's pretty much just how the USDA has categorized your climate in the sense of how cold it gets. In Colorado, I think we get to we're in like zone 3 to 4, maybe 5 or something like that. I think probably 4 or 5. So in Colorado, we're going to be planting our softnecks in spring, or at least that's a good time. Now you can easily plant it in fall, but if you're in a warmer climate, you will probably want to plant this in fall. Okay, alliums in general. If you remove their bloom stalks, they have higher yields. They're also low drought tolerance because they don't really have the root system. When you pull an allium, or like an onion, let's say, and you look at the root system, it's kind of weak, you know. So you're gonna want to water them, not necessarily water them more, but water them more often. So that's just a general rule for alliums. And then for your garlic and your shallots, not your onions, but for your garlic and your shallots, they're going to need to go through something called vernalization. Now that's just a period of cold. It's a cold period 32 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 to 2 months. All right, 1 to 2 months. If you don't get that cold, you can always throw them in the fridge for a little bit too. So why the vernalization though? Why they need to experience that cold is because if they don't, they will not produce their cloves. So you put them through this period of cold to produce start that production of cloving, or anyways, start that production, that clove production. And so that's one reason why you would want to plant your hardnecks in fall, and if you're in a warm climate, plant your softnecks in fall. So yes, all right, cool. There's quite a lot to cover. So, and we're gonna do one more clip. All right, so let's get to the next clip. I'm gonna change this board and we'll keep going. All right, we're back. We got one more board to go through. So we're gonna start planting, or when we plant our cloves, just the cloves, we're gonna plant them 1 to 2 inches deep. We're gonna plant them with the points up, that's the growing point. And to prevent frost heaving, we're going to, or it's better to mulch them. Now, what frost heaving is when the ground freezes, it pushes up rocks and harder matter, and that's gonna include your cloves. So just to prevent that happening, mulching will help that. Harvesting. We're going to start looking at our plants, and we're gonna look for when the bottom 1/3 or even 1/2 of leaves turn brown or yellow. I was finding 1/3 for the most part, although one of my books says 1/2. So once the lower part of the plant starts turning yellow or brown. Okay, once that happens, then you're gonna wanna start spot checking. You're gonna actually start looking for, so just pull a few, not all of them. You're gonna start looking for that they can actually break apart. The cloves is what I'm talking about. You don't want them to be falling apart, but you want them to just be breaking apart. If they're falling apart, you've waited too long. All right, now curing. So what curing is we're preparing our vegetables for storage. To cure our alliums, what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread them out on a screen in the shade in a well-ventilated area. The temperature should be about 75 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna do this about 2 to 4 weeks. They are done when the outer skins are thick, papery, and dry. The next, really, what you're looking for is that all the moisture is just left the plant. Although we're gonna trim the tops and the bottoms anyways, because of that moisture can create mold when they're in storage. So trim your tops to 2 inches and your roots to 1/2 inch. And then when we store them, so I got this information out of a book called Root Storage, or Root Cellaring. I'll show you that somewhere. And we're gonna store them in something called cool and dry. So cool is 32 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and dry is 60 to 70% relative humidity. Garlic, however, does best in 50% relative humidity. So you can drop this down to 50% and they'll all do fine within those conditions. Let's see, anything else? Because that's a lot. I think we're good. All right, let's see. sources, I'm just going to put all the sources on this outline because there's quite a lot, or quite a few, I should say, and they're all online. But so yes, all right. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you have a good day. Hope you got quite a lot out of this, because yeah, that's quite a lot. So see you guys later.